Alright, so we're back with a Proline I-Beam SEX-10-2 Enduro build. I've got a donor SEX-10-2 chassis with element parts to complete it. Got the I-Beam kit. This is a rear element Axial and the gatekeeper sway bars. This was a really fun build. Unfortunately, when I was testing it, I broke the body, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoe glue that, and we'll not worry about this thing continuing to get damaged. In other words, after the first scratches, it's okay. But yeah, Enduro servo, Holmes Hobby brushed motor, and I got this Bauhaus gear adapter so that I could run Mod 1 on it. That's the pinion, and I'm using a sleeve to put it on there. I've got the ISDT 70 ESC, and in my experience there's a natural drag brake in it, so I might switch out the ESC to just a regular 1060. This is a really fun build. I didn't get to test it too much. I built it last winter and then drove it late winter, and that's when I cracked the body and kind of just saved it for another day. I remember these tires being a little too tall and grippy, so I'm gonna have to think about either different foams, because these will kind of rotate a little bit and cause it to roll. Some of the 3D printed rubbery filament foams is what I'm referencing, and or just completely switch out the wheels just because the tires were so grippy. But again, it's been a long time since I've driven it, so I will have to have a fresh perspective from the next run. These springs were on it. I don't remember what I was thinking. Again, this was well over a year ago when I built this. I had this monster truck body, but decided to use it on here because I wanted to have a Ford body with the I-beams, but something a little different. So, obviously, with a proper 12.3 body, it would look a lot better, but that's okay. I don't mind. I had so much fun building it, I decided to build a second one. Also wanted to use a Ford body. This one's got a little bit of a different approach. I have the original SEX-10-2 2-speed transmission in it, so it's got a high and a low speed, and I had a extra IFS, so I decided to try to mount it in the rear and have an IRS I-beam, and it drove fine when I tested it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the wheels to be a little tighter and make sure the toe is correct. I didn't get to test it too much, and the only thing stopping the wheels from turning is that faux servo and the splines on that. So if that goes, then I'll have to really think of how I'm gonna get the rear to be fastened straight. But yeah, these were really fun to build, and I definitely have to get out and drive them because it's been too long for me to remember where they stand. So let's put them together, do a side-by-side comparison. It's really cool. Again, there's a kind of a natural drag brake on these ESCs. They're really meant for crawlers, from my experience. But again, I'll have to drive it to recollect, so. These are some of the parts I had to use. I don't know what the difference is between 12T and 10T. So if you know, chime in. But yeah. These are my I-Beam builds. I wish I didn't wait so long to do the video because I would have been able to give more details. It's just, I don't really remember. I've done so many other things since this. My buddy Joe has one of these. He completed it as well. He's got the Ranger body on it. And my buddy Anthony has one that he's building. He hasn't gotten the body yet, or chosen yet, so we'll see what he comes up with. I'm sure it's going to be really cool though. So let me get this shoe glued up. Alright, so I got the front damaged side done, and I did the other side just because the front's pretty vulnerable without the front bumper. These trucks are pretty cool. They were a lot of fun to build. It's been a long time since I've done it, so I don't remember all the details. I'm gonna have to test them as they are. Hopefully I can run them soon. It'd be nice to do with my buddy Joe. His is already complete, so we'll be able to kind of compare. These things are really cool. I just wanted to do something different. The rear end on this one's obviously pretty heavy. I just remember I wasn't sure about the rear end, so I've got to change the camber with those links and make sure that the servo saver isn't going to mess up the splines, or I mean the servo horn. It did shift, and I did drive it, but just to make sure it worked. So that's all I got for now, but stay tuned because this won't be the last you see of these. Element 1.5s. One more thing, these are the colors I used. I like the Traxxas paint. The brilliant blue is on the Super Duty and the metallic on the F-150. Backed with black. But yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for tuning in. you want to stick around because I've got plenty more projects to go over if you're interested. If you're not, thanks anyway.